feeling refreshed. I don't like seeing little red things anywhere. Oh, production queue is empty. That's why our production's low. Not because of any other reason. Oh my goodness. Alright. Well, hopefully our efficiency is so insane now, we're just gonna make up all that time. Wow, I can't believe that's why there's no like infinity button. We're gonna be a lot more purposeful, I suppose. Alright, well what are the so this one's 8, next one is gonna be 10. So if we built 18? You can math. Oh. Oh, queuing this up will actually subtract it from our tree resource. Oh, I didn't know that. We are learning things with our eyes and our hands. Do. It's a terrible song. It's an original one though. That's what matters. The thought that counts is the writing and the originality that counts. Alright, anywho. I think for now we could do food rations, because we have so much food. That being said, let's also sort of go ahead and queue up another resourcey thing. Did we write one? Research depot? Yes. Alright, what did we just research? I didn't read anything that went on my screen. Oh no. Really paying attention. Optimize materials. Okay, cool. Alright. Just what I was expecting. Okay. We can do finer mesh. I think we have lots of food. Although I do want more people, and we forgot to also queue up more people. Alright. Faster reloading. Let's do this. What is this? What does upgrade docks do for us? Ship brings a larger quantities of basic materials from local sources artificially loaded here. So I'm gonna start that one. So if I click on something else, does this replace the steel pile? Like, will the steel pile just like disappear and then we're only gathering this stuff now? I guess we'll find out eventually. See, now we're climbing up with the coal. Ah, yes. Alright, good. We didn't lose any time because we actually didn't get the people yet. And... oh. It's from the beacon. Oh boy. We are on edge. We are also on time. Look at that. We are 7 hours ahead of schedule. We were just a few minutes ago way behind. Alright, we're doing good. We're doing well again. Alright, feeling good, feeling good. We're down to 22, so do we do... I don't think we need more steam cores. Let's take an educated sort of expectation, or let's create an educated sort of guess here. So none of these things that are in our immediate future require a steam core. None of this stuff requires a steam core. This one will require a steam core, but that's pretty much it. So I don't see a need for steam cores right now greater than the need for more people. So definitely more people. Let's get... I don't know, should we like at least do one engineer? I don't know, I feel kind of weird. It would cost 2 workers for 1 engineer. We have 7 right here. We could easily increase our wood production and stuff. I don't know. I think we should do max workers. Where that? There's 7 right here. Yeah, we're gonna have another building. Yeah, let's just do max workers. Order a shipment of max workers. Okay, cool. Oh wow, this is already complete. 7 hours ahead of schedule. Stage cost 8. So we... oh, I see. We have 8 now. Alright. This part is interesting. There seems to be a balance that I am not aware of. I mean, we can produce the next 2 blocks, right? And just move the whole workforce onto the next building. And then just start working on that stuff. Wasn't there something that required 60 steel? Was it actually just the building? Is that what it was? This thing? Ooh, shaft structure. Oh, because it requires 8 structural profiles. Cool. Oh, look at that. Whoa, 50. Whoa, I'm so glad I got max workers. All right, so let's build out the 10 of these, and then we can just put everybody on there. Wow, easy. Famous last words. All right, we are setting up that shaft. We're going to be so ahead of schedule. We're going to be days ahead of schedule here. We're going to be so far ahead. And that's exactly where I want to be. Oh. Promised rest. Sir, people complain that the short shift law you signed some time ago still has not been put into effect. I've heard enough promises in my life, but I'm not going to wait forever, says an older welder. Oh, I wasn't aware that it didn't just do it. Okay. If our boss counts on us forgetting what he said, he's going to be disappointed, and it's hard to keep motivation up when people feel they've been cheated. Well, I didn't really... Where did this? Is that the promise? I mean, that's literally the only building that even has that option. There isn't a single other building that even has that option. So, I mean, I guess it's my fault, but... What does this mean? Harmful work safety. We get plus... Oh, this is extremely dangerous. Oops. Okay. I see. Okay. So we can take 3 people off of that, put them back on here, and what we can do is research protective structures. Installing lightweight protective structures across the workplace will temporarily reduce the number of injuries caused by falls and blunt trauma. Each use will improve workplace safety by 1 level for 24 hours at the cost of 6 structural profiles. Okay, so we can actually afford structural profiles now. Interesting. Interesting game of balance that this has become. Alright, so we have... Alright, so this is the sort of balance here that we're trying to strike. Faster reloading. Yeah, we definitely need faster reloading. Or unloading, we should say. I'm glad we are producing like high quality food now. See, our motivation is actually up a little bit. People eat hearty meals. Permanent modifier. Living near a chapel. Unpopular decision. Well, oops. I was trying to escape my decisions here. Alright, so we have our backup here. So we can just kind of keep this floating around until we need to actually use it. So right now we have 6 for the cost of the other things. So for now, we can build structural profiles ahead of time here, and it'll allow us to later use the skill to increase our safety level. Okay, that's the plan. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this one here. What's this one? Now supercharge the steam exchangers used in a construction site to speed up working. Generator. Each use advances work progress by 10% and costs 5 extreme steam exchangers. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this, because we'll have shorter shifts. Oops, I keep wanting to hit that, even though we don't care about temperature right now. Just curious. I thought I saw a lighter color. Alright, so now it's unhealthy. Okay. And we could move a few people, but I'd rather climb up in our resources first. I guess. I don't know. That's the choice we're gonna make. Oh, we're behind schedule again. Nice. Probably because this isn't like actually being worked on right now. Alright, so with that in mind, I think our worker count for wood is not too bad. Just leave it at 5. Wow, we actually have 10 people on this? Yeah, let's take those people off, put them on here. There we go. Relatively unchanged now. So we might turn this one into coal. Alright. So law is going to be available here in just a moment. Let's take a look. Alright. I kind of want to do a building thing. After hours work maintenance, we could do... My microphone has like these notches around the edges, and my cable, it keeps like... Oh, I keep knocking my microphone. I'm so sorry. That's my own problem. I keep doing that. Obviously, it's my own problem. So, alright. Accident risk will be reduced at all workplaces. The content will rise permanently. I really don't understand that. I'm inclined to kind of do this one. Although I think unhealthy... I don't know. I don't really understand what unhealthy and stuff is like going to actually translate to as far as sickness. What is our sickness at? 0. Okay. So I'm not sure exactly how that's going to translate. So I think I kind of want to do... this one. And we have the materials to do it. I think we're going to do this. Motivation will rise.
New rules are in place.
And... Alright, well, all the new people are going to love the bathhouse. Actually, I think we could put it right here. Yeah, all the new people are going to love the bathhouse. Alright, let's go ahead and build our road. And we're going to build up. And we have 10 more people coming in. Let's go ahead and build those. Okay. I love baths. Baths are so nice. Alright. Bathhouse established. Bathhouses has been built. Now people can take care of their hygiene needs. Motivation rises. Boom. I really want to get that motivation up. With all of our like work safety measures and all that kind of stuff, I think that is a pretty important thing. We have to make sure our motivation stays in a net positive. Or the top third there. We still have our unpopular decisions sitting in there.
Time to get busy.
Okay. Alright, so we hit our 10. Let's go ahead and do... Alright. Let's take all these people out. Let's put them in here. And how do we do that effect? Is it passive? Let's see. Sustained light, party meals, bathhouse. I think it's part of labor. Safety procedures, after hour. Safety procedures. Replace safety. First shift. What was the... I'm confused. What the last sign that we did... see, I keep moving the microphone closer. I feel like it sounds better over here. Ugh, I just need to move my hands better. I feel like I just unlocked something that I need to flip on. Because this is at unhealthy. And I thought I did something to increase this by one more. I'm not sure where the power would have been, if it was a power. That was my interpretation. So we have that. Free bathhouse. Oops. Crowded quarters. We could house more people if we cut the space allowance a bit, although nobody's going to be happy about it. Housing buildings would accommodate up to 12 people. Comfortable quarters. We could make our people happy, providing them with more space in their living quarters at the cost of reducing housing capacity. Discontent will fall permanently. Motivation will rise slightly. Housing buildings will accommodate only 8. That sounds awesome. What's our timeline right now? Ooh, 5 hours. Okay. So, only 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have 2 extra. So if we want 15, that would be 30. And that would be 4, right? 8, 16, and then 24. Yeah, 4. So we need to build 4 more huts. Get math. Let's build them in proximity to the bathhouse. And 4. I think we just destroyed a tree. Well, that's not the choice we knew that we were making, but we made it. It's a choice that we made. Okay. Cool. So when this is done, these houses should be done, or these huts should be done. And we should be good. Alright, so I think this is the thing. Safety procedures are on. And the work condition. And okay. So this is like the same sort of widgety thing. Low risk of getting ill. Base safety level is fairly low. Okay. Alright. I think we're doing okay. Famous last words. But like what costs? Yeah, there is something. It costs 6. Oh, we're researching it. We're researching it. Oh my goodness. I'm a dummy. Alright. Transport has a ride. 10. Alright, so that means we need to build... Actually, I think there's 2 extras over here. Or the 1. Let's see if we actually end up getting homeless first. Alright, so we have 10 more people. Boom. Right in there. 2 days, 12 hours. Let's do it around there. And let's just queue up. Let's queue up 6. Because we need 10 for the next phase. And I want to build it like immediately. And I'm planning on using the power here. So that should even out. Well, those workers just, boom, gone. So 2 days. I don't know how we are behind schedule here. I don't know how the game is interpreting we're behind schedule. I mean, this is going to be done quick. Troubled father. Sir, a worker received a letter from his wife informing him that one of his daughters is gravely ill. Dire news such as this may impact the morale of the crew. Should we redact the part about the sick daughter? Oh. Oh. If we do that, then we have to remember the letter that will be sent after this when it refers to our dead daughter. And not our gravely sick daughter, so... I don't think we censor it. Don't censor it. He has a right to know. Yeah, that's what it is, you know? Alright. We still don't need a ventilation plant just yet. We have plenty of food for now. How are we doing on food, actually? Yeah, we're doing really well on food. Yeah, we have quite a ways to go before we need to revisit food again. Okay. I'm tempted to do this one. We kind of have time. We have time to burn right now based on our schedule. I don't think I want to do this one just yet. Oh, the foundry makes the, these things. Let's see what else. So I'm thinking more foragers. Let's see. Large resource depot. Allows us to build large resource depot. Extends our storage capacity for a chosen resource. Can't be built in place of an Can't be built in place of an existing resource depot. Okay, that's a little weird. But all right. We're not ready for that. Let's see. We could do. Yeah, I think the one we do is more foragers, so we can continue scouting. I think that's what we do, because if we get an opportunity to kind of bring in wood and stuff like that, those are a lot easier to manage than like more docks. So I want to make as many outposts as we pretty much can. So I think, yeah, the foragers is definitely the next thing. Oh, we didn't order the next supply of people. Foolish. I think we just need a lot of workers, you know? For the foragers, let's see, need at least, Link can't support, do we need engineers? Suppose manages transform of legal fish. One day. I'm confused, do we need foragers? Is that engineers? Do we need engineers? 15 citizens, it doesn't say what it needs. I think it's just workers. I think it's just workers. That's what I'm gonna assume. Alright, so let's do the workers. Order a shipment of more workers. I want to keep missing that. I think that's gonna be bad. You can see that you can have a maximum of 50 here. Right now we have a deficit of quite a few here. Oh. New law. Alright. So Alright. This is the one that we were ready for. We've built everything, right? Oh, it's still under construction. Let's not do it yet. But that will be the next thing that we're gonna do. I mean, we could do it in the middle of the night, you know? I don't know why you're hungry, there's plenty of food.
Shift's over. Stow your tools.
Shift's over. And as soon as this one's done, boom. Administration and comfortable quarters. Boom. We're gonna regret this later. Living quarters now accommodate fewer people in more comfort, lowering discontent. So here's my prediction with that choice. London, everything's gonna go to heck, right? At some point in this story. Everything's just going to go right downhill, and what's going to happen is we're going to have an influx of a massive amount of people. We're going to have so many people, just like the refugees. Basically the same formula as the main campaign. And when that happens, we're not going to have enough room to house this many people. Mark my words, that's what's going to happen there. Okay. Ooh. Let's see. Alright, so we have all that stuff. Everybody should be happy. Motivation is climbing up. Living near chapel. So we're still behind schedule somehow. Ooh. Harbingers of doom. People across the whole camp leap to their feet, awakened by the sound of angry screeches. Whoa. Dozens of huge birds are circling over the construction site. The owls are back, moan terrified workers. Oh, the owls are back. It's a sign. The heavens warn us. We shouldn't be here. We're doomed. After a while, the birds disappear above the bay, leaving our people severely shaken. Motivation will fall even more each morning, but they've left, right? Birds disappear above the bay. They've gone, but every day now they're just fucking owls. All right, that's cool. All that work for the motivation, I guess we just kind of prepared for it, or the game did that because we were ready for it. All right. I feel unmoved by that change there. Wow, this is taking forever to do research. Alright, more foragers. And before we go back to that... Oh, wait. Can we actually order more? Oh, we can't. We could just prepare it. Okay. What is that number at? 18. We can't even get more steam cores. Alright, I'm glad we kind of front-loaded our steam cores. Okay, so... what? Allows us to build another... Oh, we have to build another one? Oh my goodness, really? Alright. I kind of like adding the... just adding them up, you know? Oh well, I suppose. This building also... This building also has a temperature? Even though there's nobody in here? Also a little weird. Okay. I guess we'll plop this over here. Or I don't know, whatever. I guess we'll just put it right here. Future me will be very annoyed by that, no doubt. Research, okay. I think we're ready to dive into the next group here. I mean, efficient gathering and stuff like that, large resource depot. I feel like we're just not hitting those numbers just yet, which actually kind of concerns me. I feel like we should be thinking about process frozen trees faster. See, the text is the same, and it's really throwing me off. The frozen tree versus regular tree. Supplying up to 120 wood per standard workday. But then it's just more expensive to bring up and bring down, when they pretty effectively just get rid of all the trees. I'm not sure how the tree stuff is going to work in this game. Oops. I want to get rid of this little side menu. I keep wanting to hit escape for that. But we could do this one, and then it pretty much is the same thing as this. At least in my current interpretation of how this stuff works. Yeah, I don't think I care about that too much. I think efficient gathering kind of does. Thanks to advanced workplace organization, resources from coal piles, wood, and steel be gathered 10% faster. So this might affect reloading. I'm inclined to do that. I mean, it is only affecting one particular area. Let's see, what else is in our list here? Supercharge. Allows us to supercharge the steam exchangers. Use it at a construction site to speed up work in the generator. Each use advances work progress by 10%. That's kind of weird. So you spend in order to save. It's a little strange. I think we go to the next tier, right? I don't know. I feel like we need to keep our safety improvements up. We need to keep our safety up ahead of each of the upgrades to the generator. I think that's the move, which kind of requires us to kind of preemptively build up the research tiers. All right, distraught father. Sir, the distraught father of the sick child wants to talk to you. He begs you to let him go home. I know it means giving up on this here job, but I'll figure something out. Me family needs me, sir. Please let me go back to them. We will lose one worker. Keep working. Doctors cost money. Doctors? Is he a doctor? Oh, wait. I don't get this comment. I don't really understand this one. Doctors cost money? That's a weird comment. I don't understand. All right. He can go. We're not desperate yet. We will get there, I'm sure. I'm sure we will definitely be getting to that desperate level. But we're not there yet. He's going to be loading up on this boat. Yeah, I wanted to watch the boat go away. Here we go. Transport has arrived. Look at that, no homeless people. Oh wow, it just destroys itself. Okay. Okay. Alright, cool. So now we can do the next group of people. Oh, I see. The logistic limit changes over time. Yeah, okay. This limit raises over time. It reflects the current logistical means assigned to this generator construction site. Gotcha. Okay, so we can demand it to get people fast, but in lower quantities. Or we can leave it alone and it'll kind of pile up. Yeah, okay. Let's see. I'm just thinking through, like, do we need engineers? Do we need regular workers? Right now, I feel like we don't need engineers. I'll regret that a little bit later, but there's a lot more workers. Toxic gases. So we have a situation. We detected dangerous concentration of toxic gases across the whole construction site. Breathing them will make people sick, but will keep them working. We have no choice. The gases are venting from the depths of the source, and their toxicity level changes constantly. We will monitor it and warn you about any changes in 24 hours in advance. Okay, so work safety goes down. So we're almost a whole day behind schedule. A bit confusing to me because this says 16 days. I don't know how many days it's been. Well, we're almost at 1 day, so I guess it's been 15? Or that's behind schedule. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so what's the next law here? Comfortable quarters. We're gonna regret that one later. We don't really have to do these just yet. So this one's more expensive from what I remember. I think I already read this. The lay are dead and arrest on English soil. Their bodies will be kept in a morgue until they can be transported. New building a morgue. No risk of disease from unburied bodies. Prepared bodies for transport costs wood. You will have to build a morgue. Cemetery. Each burial will decrease motivation. You will have to establish a cemetery. Motivation will fall slightly. So for the time being, I'm still feeling pretty positive about feeding into that motivation as much as we can. So all of these things are probably going to be, wow, that's huge. There's no proximity to it too, so I'm inclined to just put it way out here. Yeah, I thought like if people lived near it, people would, you know, feel a little bit happier that they can visit their lost loved ones here. All right, so we have 12 people. Let's go ahead and max out our wood gathering posts, and let's bring up this to let's bring it up to 5. It wasn't already there, and we'll just increase this just a little bit. Okay, so work ends at 4. Wow, that's a nice day. Oh, high motivations. Your people are so highly motivated that many of them perform their jobs with enthusiasm. The efficiency in all workplaces rises as a result. Well done. I see. 30%. All right. That's a cool bonus. Temporary modifiers is, oh, okay. Desirable law 2 times. Daily loss. Yeah, I don't know if that will ever go away. So this is now even. We don't have to upgrade the boat unless we upgrade the resource gathering node. So this is going to be out of trees soon.
Time to grab a bite.
All right, let's check out the new tier 3 stuff here. So safety improvements, various modifications which will improve workplace safety at the profiles manufacturer by 1 level. That sounds good. It's not too expensive either. Optimize protection, improve planning, reduces cost of protective structures to 4 structural profiles. So that saves us 2. Okay. Safety improvements for the machine shop. Various modifications which improve workplace safety by 1. Okay, so this will improve profiles manufacturer safety by 1. This one will improve it for that one. This one... Oh, there's no safety for the fans. That's interesting. And safety improvements for the foundry. Okay. And even more foragers. And we can't do this one without doing that. Infirmary is super nice. If we end up having a lot of sick people, that's definitely something we're going to do. Steam reloading station. People working here use efficient gear and... Whoa, 2 steam cores. Okay. I think it would be worth it, though. People working here use efficient gear and methods to quickly gather resources piled up at the docks and transfer them to the stockpiles with greater efficiency. Okay. Salt mill range. That's nice. Okay. Gathering optimization, advanced reloading station, advanced stocks. If we did this one, then we could do that. So that would increase our steel stockpile, or steel reserves, or whatever reserves we pretty much want. I think I'm going to do this one next. So profiles isn't bad right now. It's actually considered safe. So we can stay ahead of it, or we can just kind of do what we're already doing. This one would make it a little bit cheaper, which is actually enticing. We haven't built the machine shop? No, we haven't built it yet. That is something we need. I kind of forgot. Okay, let's go ahead and put it right next to that one. Alright, so I think my biggest concern right now is steel income. I want to increase that steel income, so let's go ahead and purchase that. So that should put us down, well, when we use that, it should put us down to 1, which means that our next shipment needs to include a steam core. I mean, we're not going to be at 0, but I would like that to be a little bit higher. Alright. Things are still looking really well. Really good. The morgue has been built. Now we can preserve our dead before we send them to London. There it is. Okay, so work isn't actually going on right now. The next morning, let's go ahead and use one of those. We have 5 people working. It's taking them forever. Taking them forever to build this thing. We have some sick. We can still support the sick, though. We can fit 5 patients. We are only just hitting that requirement, though. Let's go ahead and preemptively build 1 more. That way we have the infrastructure for it. We just don't have the people for it just yet. But I think that's okay right now. Okay. So that means we are pretty much ready. Wait, we're using coal? What's using coal? What is using coal? Hold on. How do I find out what is using coal? Because I don't understand. Oh, is it the steam stuff? Steam stuff is using coal? I don't understand what is using coal. Here I am thinking that I'm preemptively just building up coal for, you know, for the future. I don't understand. Coal use happened on the 12th. Oh, here's a calendar. Coal use started on the 12th day. I don't understand what I did on the 12th day. What uses coal? The bathhouse? Oh, yeah. The bathhouse uses coal. I didn't know that. Okay. Well, now we do. So, what does that mean for us now? We still have a lot of coal to dig through. I guess we don't have to worry about it right now. But definitely have to start thinking about it. Okay. Hot bath. Sir, and an engineer came forward complaining that some people use a bathhouse for sex. Animals, with the noises they make, it's impossible to relax. Will you put an end to this depravity? Of course. Motivation will fall slightly. Discontent will fall slightly. Okay. You can get behind that. It's none of my business. Discontent will rise slightly. We need a place for this. You will have 3 days to sign House of Pleasure. Okay. Alright. I'm down for that. Let's do that. We did do that last time. Administration. House of Pleasure. Our hardworking people deserve all the relief we can provide. Oh, but we have to employ them. We don't have any people. Do we get engineers for that? Alright. Oh, look at that motivation. Motivation just skyrocketed. Skyrocketed. Where is it though? And morgue. Well, it's not the morgue. Tech? I don't. Where'd it go? Hold on. How do I build one? Wait, I have to build one. Don't I have to build one? I'm confused. Oh, it's part of this. It's just part of the public house. Oh. Alright, we're doing pretty well on wood right now, so I guess we'll just take some wood from there. Alright. Who's gonna work here? Volunteers? Yeah, I didn't think so. Where'd it go? A little bug flying around. It's always flying around on me. Okay, cool. Alright. So, Steam reloading station. Let's go ahead and upgrade this. Costs 1 Steam core. That's right. Boom. That is going to be a huge help. Alright, with that there, we could do upgraded docks. I'm inclined to upgrade this one more time before we do that, though. We could do efficient gathering. I don't know. I don't feel it right now. I think what I want to do is safety improvements. Or optimized protection, I think I want to do. Or, let's see. Machine shop. The default is harmful. Okay, so we need to actually do this one earlier. Alright, so let's go ahead and start safety improvements for that. I'm not sure how I feel about this safety mechanic, or the safety narrative for the existing mechanic. Alright, so we have a few homeless people. Let's go ahead and build one more tent. And let's put it over here. And let's make it rude. Put it at the corner. Okay. Cool, cool. And we haven't ordered our next order of humans. But we have 10 more people right now. Let's put them in here. We're still really behind schedule. About a day behind schedule. Alright, so if we can afford 5 here, then we might as well just put them in here. Especially for now. Alright, no more homeless. Motivation's through the roof. For now. Alright, the stockpile storage limit has been reached because this thing is too slow. So this will dwindle it down a little bit. And I'm also curious here. If we switch this to these other groups, does it actually remove the existing pile? Or does it show up in a different sort of pile? Are there basically 3 piles right here? I'm kind of curious, but I'm also a little scared. Let's do coal. Switching to another resource will stop unloading for some time. Are you sure? No. It's so weird. It's going into a pile. Why does it have to do? What does it have to do with this thing? All right. It's just weird. Weird to me. I don't know. If you're just joining us here, whoa, cutscene. We are doing a cutscene. Whoa. They didn't warn us. Workers trapped. Certain explosion in the generator's foundations caused a tunnel collapse, trapping several workers. Unfortunately, we can't send a rescue team since we don't have one. Okay, I wasn't aware that one existed. Due to low priority given to the workplace safety in the shaft, not true. The crews working here lack adequate training. Okay. No rescue team is available. I wasn't aware that that existed. Let's see. Trapped workers will live. Construction progress will be set back by 40%. Wow. All right. I guess we'll do that. Then we'll do this. Okay. The timing of like these frames here. Okay. So 5 people are sick. I'm like digging around in menus here. I'm trying to understand. Okay. So we have almost a full staff in here. Well, this will be done in about 14 hours. I don't understand how we're 2 days behind here, but okay. We're about to hit the next phase as far as resources go. Let's take this down by 1 and just max this out. Okay. Current efficiency 102%. Absent 5 out of 50. In treatment 5. Efficiency breakdown. 1 employee delivers 2%. Base efficiency 90% plus 12. Okay. So what's the safety level at? It's harmful. Has this just been increasing without us really even knowing it? Okay. Alright, so we did the safety improvements for the machine shop. So now the machine shop is at harmful. Okay. It is now safe. These things are up. Hey, Nari Yakemi. Yeah, Nari Yakemi. I did it. Nari Yakemi. If I pronounced it correctly. Thanks for following. Security procedures are in the Book of Laws. The last autumn is really hard. So far, I have been given a false sense of success here. So my confusion is actually that I have the safety things here, and when I first put this down, it wasn't harmful. The toxic gases is a new thing, so it's just gradually increasing. So I guess the toxic gases is kind of the thing I wasn't thinking about. Yeah, I have some of the safety things for the machine shop. Machine shop is safe. This one is unhealthy now. This one, this one, why does this one have toxic gases? Is it just is everything inside of the circle must be related to each other? Okay, that's probably what it is. I'm gonna assume that's what's going on. So I guess we'll do safety improvements here. And I kind of want to start working towards the infirmary. And when I got the infirmary in the main campaign, people were in and out so fast. It was really, really nice. And I don't think I don't think I want to reprioritize 15 people from here to go into the foragers. I know I have to build a ventilation plant, but I don't have to yet, right? The steam exchangers are going to be built by the machine shop, and I don't have to do the heart of generator until I've completed these two things, right? So, yeah, there's 4 ticks here, 4 ticks here, right? So I'm trying to time it that way. Or the what is it? The ventilator, it produces the steel composites, right? The machine shop produces the steam exchangers. So I don't need the steel composites until that third value right here, day 35. We'll get there. Whoa. Construction site strike. Sir, people at the construction site stopped working. A worker climbs an overturned wheelbarrow and shouts to his fellows, "We saved our friend, sure, this time, but as long as the deadline is more important than us, such catastrophes will keep happening. Who's going to slave now to repair the damage, and how many of us won't make it home in one piece? Listen, everybody. We have done every single motivation and safety thing that's been made available to us. Alright? Motivation is there. How many times did it take you to play through this to actually finish it? Negotiate. Okay. People working here are on strike. This facility won't function until it's resolved. Oh. Cool. Strike risk, none. Just want to point that out. Strike risk is none, and we're currently in a strike. Just saying. Alright, workers are on strike. Workers are angry and refuse to work. They shout about exploitation, terrible working conditions, and deadly dangers they face daily. What will you promise them? I mean, I've already promised them a lot, and then definitely delivered on those promises, so I think they're taking advantage of us here. Alright, the workplace will remain closed until the next day. Demands might escalate. Really? Okay. Minus 50 food rations. Discontent will rise greatly. Demands might escalate. Minus 100 food rations. Discontent will rise greatly. Workplace strike risk will fall. I don't understand these messages. For one, I don't understand why the workplace, like everything, the demands escalate except for this one. And our current strike risk is 0, mind you, right? I guess we have to do this one. I don't know why the discontent will rise greatly though. That's already happened. This is pretty much the only thing we have. We have the power to do this. Okay. Wait, discontent falls? Okay. A little mistype. And then it went up! You, Oh. Alright. Development's hard. The incorrect text placement there. Discontent will rise greatly, and then the text that that then followed after we made the choice said it fell. And then it took you about 10-15 times on easy. You only finished once. Oh no. Doesn't bode well for me. Alright. Who should we lean on? The first strike is over, but it won't be the last. We need to address the labor issues if we are to finish a generator on schedule. Workers would like to be given a voice and be involved in decisions, while engineers promise you results if you rely on their proven expertise. Will you empower the workers and establish a labor union, or strengthen the engineer's role and build the factory inspectorate? You will have to build the factory inspectorate. New labor laws will favor engineers. You have to build the labor union. New labor laws will favor workers. Okay, so that to me means So engineers and workers in this expansion have pretty much been separated. Where in the main game, you can basically put engineers and workers pretty much willy-nilly. There's a few buildings that you can't put engineers in, or you can't put workers in because it requires engineers. For example, the medical post, you can only put engineers in. And the main campaign kind of engineers require education and workers, like, I guess, don't. And that's, at least that's what the implication is through the law system or the law tree. So here it doesn't necessarily apply to me, the same thing, I mean, but it kind of does. They've basically just removed the ability to put engineers in the workforce and stuff like that. So this makes it very clear as to why that separation exists. So to me, it sounds like the greater population is what we should lean on. The greater population being the workers over the engineers. Right now, our engineer roles are research and medical. So I'm thinking we do workers. Just out of the sheer population, the numbers in that population. I've seen a few points here and there where you can see like individual people having motivation because of the bathhouses and stuff like that. So if the greater population is what is ultimately affecting our motivation bar, I'm kind of thinking that way is kind of like the easier route, as we will be hypothetically less impacted by loss of time for researching or medical posts. Like, some medical posts would be like kind of temporary, I guess. Good choice. Okay. All right. We signed the labor union. The interests of the working people will be represented by the labor union. New shift building labor union. Build a labor union to decrease strike risk in all workplaces, which sounds to me also affects engineers. Food for workers costs 100 food rations. Wow, that's really expensive. -2 strike risk in all workplaces for 24 hours. Interesting. So if our motivation goes way too low, then this would happen. So I guess the strike risk for us was actually pretty much 0, but this is a narrative milestone in the game, and that's why it kind of came up. Okay, that's my interpretation of what has happened. Alright, so we have to build one of these. We can build these pretty much immediately. Workers' Council. Working... Oh, is this us? And everybody's talking to us? Is that what this is representing? Okay. Alright, working people will take part in the decision-making process through worker councils. This should give them an alternative to going on strike. Oh, cool. New building, worker council. Worker council meets here, giving an outlet for workers' pleas and ideas, lowering the strike risk in nearby workplaces. Okay. We'll also propose changes from time to time. Okay, and it's not very expensive, just requires a lot of steel. Workers' motivation will rise slightly every day. Council squares will lower strike risk in nearby workplaces as content will fall slightly. Alright, I'm very interested in that one. Okay, so next 24 hours we will probably do that one. Have we ordered? We have not ordered our shipment. Alright, so we're not... Alright, what's our steam engine-y thingy? Our steam core, right? Yeah, steam core. What's our steam core spending looking like in the future? So here's 2 right here that we will eventually have to do. And I'm assuming the infirmary is definitely going to need a steam core. So that's 3. Let's see. This does not require it. This does not require it. Upgraded docks doesn't need it. Alright, so I'm thinking 2 is not necessarily our immediate need, but is essentially the need for the next, to think about for the next like few shipments here. Alright, so we need more workers still. I would like 5 engineers for the medical building. But I think we can kind of creep into that with 2. So we can kind of split it in half as much as we can here. Maybe we do 3. I like 3. 3 sounds good.